Hi, it's Mike from Infinity Wax, and today I am joined by Steve from Auto Reflection. So what we're going to do is, a few people on the discussion group have been asking what the best way to apply Synergy Lite and some of the other ceramics are. So we've got Steve here today who has a lot of experience with Infinity Wax brand in general. Pretty much all the products, I think it's fair to say, you've used
since the beginning.
Since the beginning, but Steve's never actually applied any kind of ceramic coating yet. So perfect introduction would be Synergy Lite. So what we're going to do, we've actually prepared this vehicle here. The bonnet's been machine polished. So all we're going to do is we're going to work through the process, look at the cure time, how long you should leave it, how it comes off, and then hopefully that will answer any questions that anyone has around the product. Okay, so the first thing you want to do once you've prepared the vehicle is check the panel temperature. So back of your hand, make sure the panel's not warm or hot to the touch, because that's going to have a big influence on the speed the ceramic coating will cure. If you're doing this outdoors, pay particular attention to direct sunlight. Ideally you would always do something like this in the shade, in an area that's not windy as well. So this is a crucial part which will determine how quickly the ceramic coating will cure on the panel and how quickly you'll need to remove it. So the first stage is you would want to wipe over the surface before coating it with Synergy Prep. So Steve's just going to go over and demonstrate that just now. A very light mist is all you need. And literally just wipe over, and all you want to do here is remove any polishing oils or any other light contamination that could potentially be present from the polishing stage or preparation stage of the vehicle. Now Synergy Prep will very quickly start to flash off and evaporate away, and once that's happened you are pretty much good to go with the coating stage. Okay, so now the vehicle's been prepared with Synergy Prep, we're ready to apply the coating. A final check of the panel temperature again is very important. Now bear in mind that the air temperature outside may be say 20 degrees, but the panel temperature, if you're doing it outdoors, might be much higher than that. So back of the hand check, make sure the panel's cool, that's all you need to do. In here just now it's currently 18 degrees and the panel temperature is probably similar to that, or maybe a little bit lower, which is absolutely perfect. Okay, so when you take your new applicator pad here, you want to load it for the first time with about 10 sprays from the bottle. Give the bottle a very gentle shake just to make sure everything's mixed inside, and always point it away from the vehicle when you apply it. Okay, so I'm going to hand this over to Steve now. What we're going to do, we're going to draw a plus shape in the bonnet. So Steve, if you go right down the middle here, and come over this way. Now if you work on these two sections in a kind of crosshatch pattern, it's perfect. Now you can see the coating spreading here nice and even, which is what you want. And if you just go back over it that way, make sure there's nothing missed and it's nice and even. Okay, so there is half the bonnet applied. We're within the first 30 seconds of application, so everything's totally fine. If you're outdoors, now you might find that this starts to evaporate much quicker than it will do indoors. So what we're going to do is assume that we are outside just now. The next stage would be to take a short pile towel like this and just simply remove it in straight lines to level it off. So once you've done that, flip the towel over and go over it one more time. And that should be the coating residue removed. Now after we've done this, I would always recommend you cover the whole vehicle like this first. But once you've done that, you then would want to look at taking a plush towel, a 500 GSM, something similar to this, and just very lightly buff over the surface, and that's just going to help you to catch any residue or prevent any high spots. Now by high spots what we mean is an area which has the ceramic coating on it and it hasn't been wiped off. Now that can harden on the paint and create what's known as a high spot. So that's it, dead simple. So I'm going to apply Synergy Lite to the other half of the bonnet, and Steve, you're going to remove it. Do the exact same that we've done here and see how we go on. So again, apply away from the vehicle. Now because this pad's been used already on the car, you won't need as many sprays the next time you go to use it. So I just want to separate this panel into two sections, like we did on the other side. And simply cross hatch it like this, making sure you've caught everything. Okay, perfect. Now as you can see, coating's nice and evenly applied. So Steve will give you the short pile towel. Probably want to fold that onto a new or fresh side. So yeah, like we demonstrated before, straight lines. See how your thoughts on it. First time you've removed a coating before, so
effortless. Literally comes off easy, eh?
It's very easy to come off. In terms of a ceramic coating, it's probably, I mean, I've never used a coating that's easier than this, in all honesty, and I've used a lot of different brands and a lot of different products. But like anything else, it's a powerful product, it's a strong product, so we just want to make sure that anyone that does have any kind of questions or you're unsure about anything, and particularly with the application and removal stage, then yeah, we want to try and answer them, you know. And just switch over to the flush towel. By doing this, it will bring out a little bit of the slickness as well.
I can feel it.
Perfect. Nice one.
Easy, eh?
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, so that has been the application, levelling and removal of Synergy Lite. A nice, simple process that anybody can do at home, especially if you have a garage or a studio set up, something like this. Absolutely perfect. So the next thing to bear in mind is when you go to wash the car, you must leave it 7 days before washing it. Not 6 days, not 5 days, it has to be 7 days. Now the reason for this is the ceramic coating takes a while to bond to the paintwork. It takes approximately 3 to 5 days to fully harden and cure. Luckily with Synergy Lite we have a polymer in the product, so after you've applied it to the vehicle like we have now, you can take the car outside, whereas most ceramic coatings on the market you'll have to leave them indoors for 12 to 24 hours to cure. The polymer coating is beneficial in a number of ways, so it means you can get rain on the car, you can have some contamination on the car without it damaging the coating, and you can essentially wash the polymer coating away to reveal the full benefits of the ceramic coating after 7 days. So think about it like having a ceramic coating that you then put a topper on top of. Same idea, only it's all built into the same product here. After 7 days, once you do your contact wash, that will be removed and Synergy Lite performance will come out and you'll see it in its maximum form. So obviously we've got Steve here from Auto Reflection. So again, Steve's for many years has been using Infinity Wax products, mainly the waxes, things like that, detail sprays. So what were your thoughts? The first ceramic coating you ever put on a car, so what?
Found it effortless. I thought it was going to be grabby, but it just glides easy. And the difference when you actually take it off, I thought it would have been longer, or like it would have been, you know, pulled it basically rather than just gliding over it. So fairly straightforward to use.
Very easy. It's probably, I mean, I would almost go as far to say it's easier to apply and remove than a wax.
It's got a lot quicker as well.
It's quicker, easier, and yeah. And in most cases, it's completely problem-free. Obviously, we've put a question out on the group, and we've asked anyone, you know, if you've got any questions, if you've had any difficulty applying these coatings, and would you like us to make a video to show how it's done? So that's why we've done this one today, just to try and simplify the process, and hopefully it helps. If you do have any difficulties or any questions whatsoever, please remember that we do have the Facebook discussion group, the Infinity Wax discussion group. Join that. There's a very, very friendly community there. There's loads of experienced guys who can usually give you an answer pretty quickly, if not straight away. Also, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you feel free to phone our 0800 number and you'll get an expert on the phone who can answer your questions as well. We're always willing to help you, whether you're an absolute beginner and it's the first time you've ever touched a product like this, or whether you're a mobile valeter, a detailer, or somebody that just needs some specific information, we're always happy to help. My name's Mike, obviously, and this is Steve from What Reflection, and thanks very much for watching.
Cheers.